Hi, so in this quick video, I'm just going to give one tip really for A and A star essays. And it's one thing that I think can make a bit of a difference. I mentioned it briefly in my A star exam technique video, but I wanted to make a separate video just to emphasize this really. And it's the importance of making argumentative points at the start of your paragraphs in A-level history essays. So what do I mean by a point? It's the thing that starts off the paragraph. So your internal paragraphs, you've got a point at the start. This is what I'm talking about. That then you follow that with evidence and then analysis or judgment. Sometimes the point at the start of the paragraph is called topic sentence. So it's what your paragraph is going to be all about, as it says here. So it's making the examiner really aware of the focus of the paragraph. You're really setting it out. And something that I've noticed is the people who get A's and A stars, that the points in the paragraphs at the start of the paragraphs are arguments in themselves. They actually have their argument as part of the point. It's not just a very general point to start the paragraph. So here are some examples. So if the question is, this is a civil rights essay, to what extent was Eleanor Roosevelt responsible for the change in Black American voting habits in the years 1933 to 41? Okay, so you've obviously done your introduction, and so your first paragraph is going to be on Eleanor Roosevelt. And you should have put your argument in the introduction. So say for your argument, actually overall it's FDR and the New Deal. It's not Eleanor Roosevelt. A point that you can make at the start of the Eleanor Roosevelt paragraph is like this. While not the most significant factor, Eleanor Roosevelt was certainly pivotal in the shift of Black American voting habits in the period 33 to 41 due to her symbolic support for Black American civil rights. So it's a very clear argumentative point that's actually got your argument in there. It's not just saying one cause of change in voting habits was Eleanor Roosevelt and leaving it at that. It's actually an argument. Another example is, your second paragraph on FDR and the New Deal could be, in addition, FDR and his New Deal policies can be seen as the most significant factor in changing Black American voting habits, as this government intervention offered the most support to Black Americans since Reconstruction. So it's actually giving the basis of your argument there, and it's kind of prioritizing, isn't it? It's saying this is the most important factor. Similarly, you might have another paragraph and you say, this, while not as important as the New Deal, X was also a factor, so it's just giving you another opportunity to prioritize and kind of analyzing your essays. And if you compare it to two others here, Eleanor Roosevelt is considered by many historians to be one of the most influential and politically active first ladies to hold a place in the White House. It's not really engaging with the question, is it, about voting habits? It's talking about Eleanor Roosevelt quite generally. And the last one, FDR established the New Deal to assist those during the Great Depression, laying foundation for federal intervention in the 1960s. Okay, yeah, that's correct, but it's not really engaging with the question. And they're not pushing your argument along. You're not prioritizing. You're not being very, it's not helping your argument with the question. Okay, so have a think about that in your essays and try and, make your points really argumentative to really push along your analysis. So I hope that's been a useful brief video. Thanks.